Yeah, ho. What's up, all? I'm rocking a new setup today. Not necessarily new, but I did make some adjustments. Shout out to YouTube channel Sweet Dreams. He was the one that recommended that I go super wide on this camera, 2.7K, 60p or 60 frames. That's what we're trying out today, boys. So if you can't fucking see, blame it on him. It's gonna be hot as fuck in Long Island today. Aside from this little ride, I'm gonna stay inside today because it's gonna be a fucking scorcher. But yeah, today I'm gonna talk about, is the 636 worth it from a beginner's standpoint, a beginner's point of view? The answer is yes, the Z6R is worth it. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. Like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you in the next one. Anyway, on all seriousness, is the 636 worth it? Honestly, guys, I'm still in low power mode, so I can't really give like an honest take on this, but I guess a take that everyone would want. But I'm gonna tell you right now, in low power mode, I think this bike is worth it. Here are my reasons for that. Number one, I think the sticker for this is like 10.8 now, or 10.9, 10,900, some shit like that. I did not get the ABS version, guys. It was not available in my area, so I didn't have a choice. I really just had to get this KRT edition, but I love it. If I were to do it all over again, I think I would have spent the extra money on the ABS, just because you may never use it, right? But the thing is, it's good to have the technology there in case you do need it, that one time that you're riding in the rain and you need to emergency brake or whatever, you know, the case may be. I think ABS would be worth the extra money if you can get your hands on one. These bikes are just, they're going for sticker right now, and there's, you know, dealers aren't getting a lot of allocations, and there's just a whole shit ton of factors that kind of limit you to what the dealers have, right? So that's one thing. The other thing that I want to talk about with the ZX6R is if you are a beginner rider, there is two power modes to this, and also traction control. One of the power modes is full power mode. Obviously, that unleashes all 636 cc's, the full potential of the bike, etc., etc. Obviously, you need to take off your traction control or whatever. But with the low power mode, I am able to start on this thing. So one of the big things that, you know, I heard from other bikers and, you know, the community is you got to start with a lower cc bike. Oh my god, these fucking idiots. Guys, this is why I hate riding in the morning, especially in fucking rush hour. Look at this. What is going on? What the fuck is going on here? This guy's gonna back up. Oh my god, that's a mess. What a mess, bro. Oh shit, I'm running this red. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Shit. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, there's two power modes to this, so depending on your riding skill, or, you know, whatever, right? You're kind of getting two bikes in one. Now, when I say that, guys, I'm not saying that you're getting a 400 with this thing. You're getting all 636 cc's. The only difference is, in low power mode, I think it delivers like 80% of the power. So with 80% of the power, I feel like it's tame enough that you can start on it. It's a controversial topic. Can you start on a 600? Can you start on a 636? I'll leave that up to you guys, but I will say it's doable. You just got to have a lot of patience, a lot of discipline. That's the biggest thing. A lot of discipline with the clutch and the throttle and whatever, you know, just handling the bike. It's just way too much power for a beginner. You can start on it, but that's my take on it. There's a lot of power here. And especially if you live in Long Island like me, you don't really need all this power. But I will say, when I was looking at bikes, I wanted to kind of future-proof myself, and I was looking at 400s and smaller cc bikes, R3, whatever. But thing is, I've read a lot online that people get bored and people, you know, kind of decide to sell them within like 6 months. So that's not a situation I wanted to be in. I wanted to just get the 636. If I fucking drop it, I drop it. As you saw in my last video, I did drop her. There is some damage on her already after a month of ownership, but that was my kind of... Oh god, hold on guys, I gotta concentrate or else I'm gonna hit this truck. Okay, yeah, so that was a good turn. Anyway, so what was I saying? It's kind of like you're getting two bikes. It's only as safe as you make it to be, right? So if you ride like a jackass and don't really have throttle control, I do not suggest starting on this. If it's your first time ever sitting on a motorcycle and, you know, learning on a motorcycle, if you're first time ever on a motorcycle ever and you haven't touched clutch, throttle, you haven't, you know, I don't think this is a good idea to start on this on a 600. But if you take the MSF course and you do know the basic controls and all of that, it's doable. Change lanes here because this fucking lane, so much going on in this right lane, especially in the mornings. By the way guys, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've graduated from using 4 fingers for the clutch to 2. I'm not sure if that's a good idea just starting, but I do feel that in slow maneuvers you do have a lot more control with the clutch. That's just me though, but that's another thing I wanted to point out to you guys. I am using only 2 fingers for the clutch now. It's like learning it all over again pretty much, because it's so unnatural for me to use 2 fingers, you know. Even downshifting, I'm like, oh shit, I'm only using 2 fingers, like what? So sometimes you'll miss me guys downshifting properly and rev matching, but whatever, I'll learn. So yeah guys, 636, you're pretty much getting 2 bikes in one, with low power mode giving you 80%, full power mode giving you 100%, and then also traction control is there to help you if you're a beginner. I did hear in the comments, and I'm not sure if this is true. Actually, I'm not even going to say it because I might be spreading misinformation. I think, you know, with a little bit of practice and respecting the bike a little more and learning how to just drive or ride, right? I think it's pretty doable on a 636, especially with low power mode. But obviously, I'm not going to be the one to tell you to get it. If you're watching this video and you are thinking of getting a 636, chances are you already made up your mind on what CCs you're going to get. Chances are you already made up your mind on, you know, if you're either starting on a 400 or a 600. For those of you who aren't, who are on the fence, I will say, you know, a 400 or you know, a 300 or one of those lower CC bikes, I think there's a lot more leeway. I think there's a lot more leeway in terms of if you make a mistake, if you pull the throttle a little bit, because this thing, even in low power, right, if you have a lot of torque. So in low power mode, you still have a lot of torque at first, on that first gear, and that could be a make or break for a drop or an accident, you know, for some people. So take that with a grain of salt. When I say you can start on it, it's still a lot of bike to start on, guys. Very nice bike there. I don't know what bike that is, guys. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is that I'm still kind of like a beginner with this whole motorcycle scene. I am a huge car guy. I used to have a Vet before this. I sold it during the pandemic because fucking why not? I made like $10,000 off it, off my original purchase price, so I'm fucking happy with that. I'm doing that all day, every day. I had a C7 and that had a lot of speed, but this is my first time ever kind of getting into the motorcycle scene. I never really thought about it when I was growing up. Everyone said it was dangerous. No one really liked motorcycles. My family didn't like motorcycles. Not didn't like, but they didn't really express interest, I should say, in motorcycles. It's not something that I grew up with, you know. So now that I am kind of like a bike guy, I'm noticing all these bikes that I've never even thought about like looking at. So as a new rider, expect that. The community is amazing. Everyone's fucking waving at me and I fucking ignore them because I'm just trying not to crash. But you know, the bike community is amazing, as always. So hopefully the audio is working. I got a new mic. Well, no, I did not get a new mic. I fucking changed the setup up of my GoPro, my vlogging setup. I changed it up a little bit. The position of the camera is a little bit more facing upwards, because I noticed on some of my videos I look like I'm looking down at the speedometer when I'm really not. Alright guys, I'm never gonna learn if I don't try this maneuver again. Here we go. There's the curb that I hit before. U-turn, U-turn, look where you want to go. Look, 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 look. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Practice makes fucking perfect. Right? Am I right? Practice makes perfect. I could have gotten a little bit closer to the curb there, but whatever. Fuck it. Oh shit. As long as I'm in here safely, I am good. I am good to go. Oh, look at that Bronco. Where did all the hype for the Bronco go, guys? Did it disappear? Practice makes perfect. God, don't you guys love to look at that in the morning? Because I do. Back to the scene of the crime. Skid marks still there. Battle scars still there. As the days go on, it's getting less and less irritating to me to look at, but it is what it is, guys. It's all part of the learning experience. Whew. Sheesh.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.